Hi Year 2 and welcome to this week's science lesson. Now it's the start of a new unit, so we're going to start off by doing a quick assessment, a quick quiz on what we learned last time, and then we're going to use our Year 1 knowledge to help us prepare for this unit of work, which is all about plants. So I'm going to share my screen and let's get started. Okay, so our first question we're going to do this afternoon is we're going to be looking at ordering these life stages of this little boy. Okay, so he starts off at one end and he changes into adulthood the other end. So can you order these pictures from 1 to 6, in which picture he's the youngest and in which picture he's the oldest? So put the number underneath it, or if you want, you can draw a picture in your book of the stage and then write which number it is. Off you go. Pause this video now. Fantastic, well done. Okay, if you haven't, remember to keep pausing. If you're ready, I'll start giving you the answers. So our first one, our youngest one, is him as a baby. So here right at the beginning, he's a baby, he can't do anything, can't talk, can't move, all of those things. Then we go on to a toddler, so it's this little one here. He's beginning to crawl, beginning to become more confident, beginning to be able to talk a little bit, all of those things. Then we go to the child, so that's a bit like you guys. He's grown up a bit, he's a bit taller, he's walking, he's learning, he's running, he's doing all of those things. Then he becomes a teenager, so he's here, he's taller, he's broader, he's stronger, and he's beginning to be able to do things more independently. And then he becomes an adult. He's now fully grown, the tallest he'll be, and he's doing all of those things that adults do. He's got a job, he's independent, he's all of those things. And then finally, number 6 is when we become a grandparent or become an older person. And you can see he's a little bit, he's got to use a walking stick to walk because his bones aren't as strong and he's feeling a little bit weaker. Okay, question number 2 to complete. We've got, on this side, we've got 3 starting points of a life cycle. In the middle, we've got what they turn into, and then what they become finally in the life cycle. So one of these, each one of these links to one of these, and then finally it links to one of those. Pause the video now and match them up. Okay, fantastic. Well done. So I'm going to tell you the answers now. So we've got our frog spawn here, which matches to which becomes our tadpole, and then our tadpole turns into our frog, which is fantastic. We've then got our egg, which hatches and becomes our little chick, and then our chick becomes our chicken. And finally, we've got our caterpillar that's ready. It's ready. It goes into the chrysalis and into its little cocoon, and it comes out and it becomes a beautiful butterfly. So well done if you've got all of those right and match those together as the life cycle. Very, very good. Right, number 3, are you ready? We've got some pictures of some animals. We've got a snake, we've got a dog, we've got a cow, a crocodile, a horse, and a fish. And we've got to match them to the ones where their mothers laid an egg to have them, or their mother gave birth to live young. So it's either they laid an egg and they came out of an egg, or their mother gave birth to a live young. So match them, which ones came from an egg and which ones were from a birth. Off you go. Pause the screen. Okay, fantastic. Well done if you've done that. Let's go through each one and match where it comes from. So we've got our snake, which is laid an egg. We've got our dog, which is gave birth. We've got our cow, which is gave birth. Our crocodile is an egg. Our horse is gave birth. And our fish is an egg. Fantastic. Well done. Okay. Now, number 3, we've got to circle the 3 things. Number 4, circle the 3 things that animals must have to grow and survive. So what they must have, not what they would like, not what they maybe want, but what they need and must have. And if they don't have them, they will not be able to survive and they won't be able to grow and move and all those kind of things. Which 3 things are the most important? Pause the screen and circle them. Only 3. I'd like them all, but only 3. Okay, well done if you've done that. Absolutely brilliant. So the 3 things you must have to survive, to grow and survive, are water, food, and air. If you don't have those three things, it's no point. You can't do anything else. Okay, you have to be able to breathe in the oxygen and breathe in the air, eat food and drink water or fluids. Right, number 5, write down 2 things that human babies cannot do for themselves. Cannot. Write them down for me now. Pause the screen. Okay, brilliant. So one of the 2 things that I was thinking of, and you may have loads of different ideas that you can send to us at year 2 at thepalmeracademy.com. But the first 2 things I was thinking of that I was thinking of, they can't walk and they also can't talk. So those 2 things, they can't walk and they can't talk. Okay, but you may have some other ideas. Send them to us. We'd love to see them. Okay, number 6. Circle the foods that you should try to avoid. So you can have them sometimes, but you shouldn't have them all the time. Try to avoid to stay healthy. So which of these foods should you try to avoid to stay healthy? Off you go. Okay, pause the screen. Right, fantastic. Well done. So the 3 things that we should try to avoid to stay healthy is this cake, the chocolate, and the chips. Now you can have them a little bit, you don't have to never have them, but you should try not to eat them all the time. And as well as eating the right foods, how else can a person try to keep healthy? What else can they do? Pause the screen and have an idea. Okay, well done. The other thing they can do is they can exercise. And you've been learning all about exercise before Christmas and all the different types of exercise that we know. What's your favourite type? Write it down for me and send it to me. Okay, right, and the last one, this is really important at the moment, give 3 examples of when you should wash your hands. Write them down for me. Okay, and well done. So 3 reasons that I thought of are, so before you eat, after you have used the toilet, and if you sneeze. You might have some other ideas of when you should wash your hands. Again, write them down and send them to us at year 2 at thepalmeracademy.com because we'd love to see them. Okay, now moving on to our new project, which is all about plants. But we're going to use some of our year 1 learning to help us to understand about plants and what to do. So I'm going to read these questions to you. You're going to write them down, your answers, and then you can send them to us at year 2 at thepalmeracademy.com. This is all about what you can remember from when you last learned about plants in year 1. So what your teachers taught you then and what you've remembered. So what do seeds grow into? Can you write down some of the things that seeds grow into? What do plants need to grow? Can you name some plants? Can you tell me the different parts of a plant? Why do we need plants? And can you draw and name some trees? So pause the screen now and you can use these questions, write them down, your answers, and then email them to us at year 2 at thepalmeracademy.com. And I'll give you some feedback and say which ones you remembered correctly and which ones you might need a bit of help with. Well done for today's science lesson. It's an introduction to our new unit, which is all about plants. So over the next few days at home, if you could go out and about and see what plants you see what trees you see, talk to your family about how seeds work. If you're going to a supermarket or an essential shop, maybe look and see if you can buy some seeds, because we were going to be growing some seeds in school and in class. So see if you can do that at home as well, because that would be fantastic. All right then, have a lovely afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your lessons. Send us work and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Goodbye.